everyone, it's Ben Hardy here over at Larry Miller Dodge Ram in Sandy, and we're going to be going over the all-new 2019 Ram. The Ram 1500 was just completely redesigned for 2019, but let's just get right into the video. If we look under the hood of the 2019 Ram, you can see that same 5.7 liter V8, but as you can see, it's been pushed back a little bit further back into the engine bay. There's a little bit more space. It makes it a little bit safer, and it actually makes the truck handle a little bit better since the weight is pushed a little bit further back in the truck, but it still puts out the same numbers, so 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, and that's all routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission. And there will be late availability for the e-torque that will add additional torque on top of that, but from a standstill basically. But the current vehicles that are out right now won't have that, so we're not going to worry too much about that system. So if we look up front, we can see these nice little LEDs with those projector HID bulbs that come with the Limited specifically. That's one of the ways to tell this apart from the Laramie, other than the obviously the grille. They kind of have the own custom grille on it, body painted bumper up front, but these have the projector bulbs, whereas the Laramies have those reflector lights, and so it definitely does have a different front end appearance to it. And then if we come to the side, you can see these nice premium rims that they come with. You can get 20s or actually even 22s now on the Limiteds, and then you can see the nice 1500 Hemi badging on the side, and then the Ram Limited that goes all the way down across. And this one is equipped with the trailer mirror, so these do pop up actually, so you just flip that up, and it does have blind spot monitoring. We'll go over all the safety tech a little bit later into the video. Around back, you can see the nice LED tail lamps right there, and you can see that dual exhaust that Ram is known for, and they actually made the tips of the exhaust a lot bigger than they were before. But one of the coolest new features of this, other than the backup camera, which we'll see that on the big touchscreen in a minute, is now you can press the button on the key fob and it'll lower the bed for you. All the Limiteds will come with the spray-in bed liner already, rear sliding window, LED bed lighting, but it's really neat that they added that feature with the lowering bed. And then obviously the truck will come with remote start. I already have it started up so that it gets warmed up for the test drive portion of it, but it does have that. So if we step around to the side of the all-new 2019 Ram, we can see one of the coolest features that comes with the Limited specifically. So you open the door, and you got these nice hideaway side steps that will pop out. It's got the Harman Kardon sound system, and as with all Limiteds, you have the premium leather that has the nice stitching, and then the nice little stitching right there with the leather trim, and then the wood graining right there. And if you look, the cab looks a little bit bigger, and that's because all the 2019s are kind of like mini mega cabs. So you can see the difference between the seats. You can actually recline in these new seats, and this pulls out to be a little console right there. You still do get the nice little ice buckets, and you can still pull up the seats and, you know, put storage stuff under here, and you can see that you can pull these out flat, so you can do all that. But if we step in height's really good with those side steps. This is something that's really neat about these. You actually get heated and ventilated seats, 3 stages that are in the Limiteds, and then you can get a little power outlet back there. It's an option, and then the little USB, all that. But it's nice to see that you get those heated and ventilated seats all the way to the back seats as well. So if we come up front, it's still going to have that same keyless entry where you can lock it with one touch, and then you can put your hand on the back and it'll unlock it, and you still get all that same nice stitching with the wood graining. And then you do get the nice little power adjustable seat with the lumbar, and you get the memory seat function, which is up here now instead of on the side of the seat. Power adjustable pedals. Here's all the controls for the lights. And then you can see this nice steering wheel again with that nice wood trim all the way up onto the top. And then you can see it throughout with the nice leather bolstering. You still get the radio controls in the back, and you still get all the controls for the little center screen right here. Bluetooth, the gear selector. It's nice that these new ones actually have adaptive cruise control. You get the blind spot monitoring. You get the lane departure assist on them, which I'll show you that. And then they actually now have perpendicular and parallel park assist is also an option with the safety tech. And that button's just right over there, right above the touchscreen, which is something that's really nice. Now I briefly mentioned the Harman Kardon sound system. It's the premium sound system you can get with this truck. It's a 19-speaker sound system with a subwoofer, and it sounds absolutely incredible. Camera's not going to do it justice, so I'm not going to turn up the tunes, but it's definitely something that I'd recommend listening to because it sounds just absolutely amazing. Now step at height again for the front's really good, just like the back. And if we look around this interior, it's just absolutely beautiful. Everything feels premium. You get that nice panoramic sunroof, which Ram never offered before, so it lets a ton of light into the interior. Let's just start up the truck. So let's put your foot on the brake, push the push start button, and the truck will start right up. It's a little bit hot, so I'm gonna throw on those air-conditioned seats on right away. But as you can see, they have the shifter. This is something that you actually have to feel for yourself. The dial actually clicks into gear a lot better than the previous generation did. It just feels a lot nicer when it clicks into gear. You still get all those different drive modes right over there. And then this is the new little center stack, how that kind of looks. It gives you all the information on the vehicle, like the driver's assistance. It's all that nice little tech that this new one has. I just keep it on the speedometer as always so that I can keep it at reasonable speeds. But this is probably what everyone's been raving about, is that huge 12-inch screen. Not too unlike what you see in Tesla, and I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. You can see the backup camera right there with the trajectory lines, and how you can do a split screen on it, so you have your controls right here, and it's cool that you can deploy those steps at any point that you want right there. You still will get the air suspension. I have it in the off-road 2 mode, so that's why the truck was sitting really high. Obviously you have the different modes. You have the off-road 1, and you have the normal and the aero mode, all the other stuff the air suspension's always had. But you still get all the apps that you had before. So this is like the newest version of the Uconnect, but it's just crazy how big this screen is. And I love how you can just do the split screen function, so you can do pretty much anything that you want on it. And then you still do get the dual glove box. So these both open. They're both lined with felt, which is really nice. And yeah, like I said, the interior is really nice. Everything is lined with leather or wood trim, and everything feels nice to the touch. If we come over here, we can see the center console. So this opens up, you get a little USB in there, and then you pull it open and you get extra storage space. This actually moves forward and backwards. So you have storage under there, and then these pop out to give you additional storage. But this is also really cool. So it has wireless charging now in these, and so you just pop your phone in there and it charges it for you. More USB, and then for you to put CDs in there, and then these are all the controls for the parking sensors, tow haul, and then to change the air suspension, the trailer brakes right there. And then last but not least, on the screen, it's just crazy. This probably shows it better than anything else. The navigation, the screen's super quick to respond, and I mean, just being able to have a map that big, it's just crazy. And so I just absolutely love that feature. Off here in the all-new 2019 Ram 1500, and like I said, this is the limited, so it's the fully loaded trim that has all the nice features in it. And the first thing I'm noticing is the steering feels a lot better. It actually is a lot easier. It feels lighter in a sense, and the truck just feels a lot more controllable. And I'm in off-road mode, which usually doesn't ride all that smooth, but even in off-road mode, this rides really smooth. So everyone knows that Ram was, long overdue to put out a new truck. The last truck they had was back in 2009, and so it's basically been a decade since they had a complete redesign on the truck, and they did an incredible job with this. They added in so many nice little features and everything to it that made it just so much nicer. When you're driving around town, usually you don't drive in off-road mode, so I'm going to just put the suspension down into the aero mode, which if you guys watch my channel, you know I have a Rebel, so that's usually where I drive that truck, is just in the aero mode. It's what I find suspension wise the most comfortable, and it's not like you need to go over any crazy obstacles when you're just driving around on the roads. The thing I'm also noticing about that air suspension is it's so much quicker with how it lowers compared to before, which is really nice. Just listening to the road noise, there's a lot less road noise in this than the last truck. I'm noticing that it just, overall, the luxurious feel is a lot more. It drives incredibly smooth. There's not a ton of road noise. You don't get a ton of engine noise into the cabin either. You get just enough so you know that you're still driving a big burly V8, but it's just a very relaxing experience overall. And just going around a few corners, I can definitely feel this truck does feel a little bit lighter and a little bit more nimble compared to the last generation. It definitely does handle a lot better. We'll see if that affects the acceleration at all in terms of acceleration time or anything like that. Oh yeah, I mean, it feels just that much quicker. It's almost imperceivable though, so I mean, it's not like it's that much crazier in terms of acceleration than the last generation truck, but it definitely, with that, you know, weight taken off, it does feel just a titch bit. But like I said, unless you drive the trucks back to back, you really wouldn't be able to tell. The biggest thing that you're going to notice is the ride quality and the overall feel, and then obviously all the new features and tech that the trucks come with, which is really nice. So what I'm going to say overall impression-wise on the new 2019 Ram is I love the styling on the new trucks. I think that it, you know, definitely more modern styling to all of the lineup that they had compared to before. They have just come so far with the space, usability of the truck. It still has tons of storage space, but now it has those nice reclining rear seats, and it just makes the truck a lot more premium. And I mean, in terms of feature-wise, it's got all the features that you could ever ask for. And so right now, this truck, I would say, I mean, in terms of just overall luxuriousness, just the ride quality and the features that it comes with, I mean, there's not really anything else like it on the market. And so, I mean, if you're looking for the best, newest truck on the market, then I would definitely check one of these out. It's definitely worth the look. And there we have it, everyone, the all-new 2019 Ram 1500. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, leave a like if you liked the video, comment down below what you thought, and I will see all of you in that next video.